Hello guys and welcome in this introduction to XML for network engineers. You won't be an XML expert after this, but at least you will have a good grip on this markup language, which will come very handy with Network Equipment API. XML is a markup language developed by the World Wide Web Consortium, also known as W3C. If you're already familiar with HTML, you will see it's very similar. In fact, XML like HTML is also used in web environment. Now, when dealing with XML, you must use tags to represent your data. For instance, if I want to display or store the value of my router hostname in XML, I will have to write something like this, with the value of my router hostname, this is pure XML data, then a start tag with the lower and upper symbol announcing the beginning of my data structure, and finally an end tag which must be exactly like the start tag, but with additional slash character. This one announces the end of my data structure. In the XML slang, the entire structure is called an XML element. The XML element can be enriched with attributes, and attributes are used very often in XML to provide some context regarding an element. One important thing about those attributes is that they must be quoted. Here is an example with a new XML element. I'm using pretty much the same structure as before, with a start tag, name config, the data with a lot of text describing a device configuration, don't pay attention to it, this is just an example, and finally the end tag. Now, I want to give a bit of context to this XML element. So in the start tag, I can include an attribute. This one reflects the version of the configuration displayed in the data section, but clearly it could be anything you want. Navigating through this XML tree to locate element can be a very annoying task. So this is where XPass comes to your rescue, to locate those elements. It is very similar to path used in a computer to locate file in directory and subdirectory. Let's have a look to this XML tree to better understand what is an XPass. This tree represents the system configuration of an equipment. By reading my tree from the top to the bottom, I can easily extract some settings. The hostname, for instance, which is located at the config, followed by system, followed by hostname. And the same goes with the time zone. Config, followed by system, followed by time zone. See? Easy. The XPass is just an absolute pass to extract a value in the XML tree. It starts at the root and stops at the element start tag. And you will see that this concept is key when manipulating an XML configuration. Okay everyone, again the idea here was to give you a short introduction of what is XML. I hope you enjoy it and please subscribe for more videos to come.